Well, greetings, everyone. It's me, Nick Michalak, and the exceptional Steve Frazier.
Hey, again, everyone.
Yes, and we're releasing this on the birthday of David Cronenberg, and so we figure we do one of the best films he's ever done.
I don't know if I've
not a
seen...
short list, but it's...
I don't know if I've seen a lot of the ones that he's done other than this.
Well, I'm just
I'd
saying,
really have to I'd have to look at the list.
Your Eastern Promises, History of Violence.
Oh, yeah, the newer ones.
That stuff, too. I'm just saying full spectrum stuff. But in terms of our genre fare...
Happy birthday for this.
This is right up there with our
100%
time discussing The Dead Zone. But, guys, The Fly. So if you have your own copy of the whole thing, we want you to get your timestamp over to 0, turn on your subtitles to follow along with us. We'll get synced up with a countdown. So, in 3, 2, 1, play.
This is the actual movie, not like the first 20th century and the FBI and all that. So hopefully you skip through those. Yeah. If not, hurry up and go back. Oh boy! All right, yeah, we didn't do any sort of anniversary or anything for this. It was
just I kind of brought it up, and we were just kind of figuring out where to place. Well, Cronenberg's birthday is the 15th of March, so there we go. It's good enough for us.
Sure. I didn't see this until way later in life than when it came out. It came out in 86?
86, August of 86. Right around the time, same month, we've done Chainsaw 2, Friday the 13th Part 6, and Night of the Creeps. So that's a pretty hot month for horror.
Oh, yeah, that's... I guess I never really lined them up like that to see...
August of 86 is prominent in my mind about a lot of things. Opened the same day as Manhunter.
This did?
Yes. So.
Wow.
Yeah, hot month.
That is a really... Yeah, I mean, Howard Shore, that's a big name.
Yeah.
Future Academy Award winner for which movie?
Lord of the Rings.
No.
Return.
Titanic.
I don't know.
When in doubt, the answer is always Titanic, everyone.
Okay. Well, your grin was kind of like...
Well, it's because I...
stab you in the heart a few more times.
It was...
Over Mystic River.
Oh, God, no. Oh, don't do that to me.
I mean, I'm sure he did win for the Lord of the Rings ones. He had 3 chances to win. I'm sure he won one of them.
Yes, he did.
But aside on he does a phenomenal score on this film.
And you know what?
And you can't find it no more.
And I'm wrong. So, you were right. I was wrong. It wasn't Titanic. So before everyone starts angry, hating, tweet me. We're only 10 minutes in. It was Horner, not Shore.
I thought it was Horner.
I got
James
them.
Horner.
I got my vowels mixed up. Here's a lovely couple people.
Yeah.
He's such an odd-looking man.
Yes, he is.
I know we discussed this in...
Right, Body Snatchers.
And in Jurassic
Park a little bit.
But, like...
He's got more of an edge of cool in Jurassic as Ian Malcolm, but...
I think he kind of...
Other stuff he has more than the neurosis. Especially this one.
He kind of has that same thing that Adam Driver has.
Oh, yeah. Especially with this hair right here. That's Adam Driver hair.
He's kind of an exotic face.
Oh, yeah.
And...
Especially the dark complexion, too.
Yeah, it's like, what are you? I don't know. You're mysterious.
Yeah.
And they're both very tall men.
Oh, yeah.
They're lanky.
Oh, yeah. They're both fabulous actors, too. Let's say that.
I think Adam Driver's a better actor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Adam Driver's going to be having an Oscar someday soon.
God, I hope so.
He's just...
I hope so.
Always awesome.
He's going to win for Titanic. That's going to be the new punchline. Because I was so sure of myself and I was so wrong 5 minutes later. You know what? We're old people.
Yeah.
Senility's a bitch.
Yeah. Cronenberg typically had a troupe because he's Canadian, so there's a lot of Canadian film experts, professionals that he would typically work with. So Howard Shore was one of them, and apparently the editor was another one, and his cinematographer Mark Irwin.
So you use those same folks on multiples?
Yeah, but this was the last one Irwin worked on, because I guess after this he went off to work on The Blob, and then Cronenberg was starting a production on something else, and something kind of just fell apart afterwards and they didn't work together.
We should do a commentary on The Blob. It is so fun.
That's cool.
It is so fun.
Throw that up there.
That was 87?
88.
88. Ooh, okay.
Chuck Russell was busy finishing up Dream Warriors in '87.
We're not going to wait 3 years to do it.
No,
so
we'll find a spot.
We'll hit it. We'll hit a spot. We'll find Kevin Dillon, Matt Dillon. Which Dillon is it?
Kevin
Dillon.
Kevin Dillon. Or
We'll find out
Shawnee
his
Smith
birthday.
Or,
Yeah. We'll get one of their birthdays in there.
Darabont worked on the film.
Hey.
Anything. A lot of folks.
We've not talked about this movie at all.
No. We're warming up a little bit. We're just a little here and there.
I don't know how I would feel walking into this scenario.
Sure. With the guy you just met. Someone. But as we alluded to, a little bit of a peculiar edge to him.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Right.
he doesn't have that, like, range. Like, all of his characters are this. I feel like.
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of, like I said, pinned into a little bit of that neurotic, off-kilter,
quirky sidekick. Yeah.
They kind of most roles just play into that. They kind of write it towards that end.
And I love that this is like just, I don't know, it's like, is it a warehouse? Is it his apartment? Is it... And it's weird, right? Like, because we're like getting into it. We're 5 minutes into the movie.
I like the fact that the film just jumps right into it. There's not really kind of slow developing type of thing. We're kind of getting you right into the track. Your main characters setting up the pieces of where the story is going to go.
They could have spent a great deal of time, like
this
showing
could easily have been a 2-hour film, not a 95-minute film.
Showing the prototypes, showing his neuroses, showing how he got to this point.
Yeah, or just
So she's taking off a stocking
to test this,
as opposed to just giving him the shoe. Like, isn't it?
I'm sure the stocking's easier to replace if things go wrong.
Well,
that
you don't know
shit about this guy. But it's still quite the statement.
Right, there's like a hint of...
You've known this guy for half an hour.
Erotica, right?
Right.
Like, yeah, I guess to her point, if something goes wrong, that was the most expendable.
Yeah.
Seth Brundle is a good name.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes names matter.
Oh, yeah.
This is the second time in 6 months we've talked about this lady.
Yeah.
Not a name that you'd think would come up that often. But
Sure. But, I mean, this is the start of her roller coaster upwards.
Look at this special effect for 1986. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got one of those really bad ties on that I forget. I forget what that fabric is, but it's.
Yeah. It goes with the sport coat, just fabric-wise.
You know, again, this is a very tangential character to his Body Snatchers character.
Yeah. That one just kind of is flat out a little, just generally hyperactive, paranoid. This one gets there.
Right.
But the other one's a little bit more an aggressive character from the outset.
Isn't it weird? Okay, let's think about this from just a scientific standpoint. So he creates this thing. Obviously, he's been working on it for forever.
Yeah.
he gets it to work.
Uh-huh.
And then the first person that he chooses to really share it with is this random woman he picks up at the
gallery.
At the gallery.
Who doesn't... It seems to imply that he doesn't know that she's a journalist, but I don't know. It's like, don't run a story on this. It is a weird, peculiar setup.
I don't necessarily hate it. Like,
Right.
I'm not... It's not like, oh my god, this is unbelievable, let me turn it off.
Right.
I just think it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess now you can go through all the scenarios because she's a journalist and she can ask all the questions that I'm asking.
Yeah.
This is the same strategy that H.H. Holmes used in the in his killer mansion hotel in the World's Fair of 1893, America's first serial killer, where he just contracted, hey, you guys, can you build me an incinerator? And hey,
fucking burn the bodies.
right, and hey, this team, can you guys build me a gas chamber over here? And
Lord.
you guys, can you just build me a hallway to nowhere and whatever? And nobody knew because all...
Yeah, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
right,
into this thing.
Right. So this is why I was confused, because it almost feels like it is his apartment.
Feels like it's just kind of multi-purpose.
Right. Like a rented space and then...
Yeah. You just fashion it for everything you needed.
So yeah, to your point, he accidentally picked the journalist because she was good looking. Look at his eyes. His eyes are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they shot all this up in Toronto, so Cronenberg was keeping it local for him and his fellow Canadian professionals. I'm sure it helped to keep the budget a little bit lower, potentially. It's only about $15 million tops that they spent on the film.
Well, and if it was 15 million Canadian, that's even cheaper here.
Probably.
At the time.
Like the Prestige.
Yes. Or our boy on the terror train. Whatever his name was.
Oh, Copperfield?
Yeah, David Copperfield. God.
Statue of Liberties and all that.
I'm not in a good spot today with my memory.
More coffee.
I'm holding one.
More coffee.
I'm holding one.
We need a big jug of it.
Is she wearing velvet? Fucking George Costanza here. What are those pants made out of?
Yeah. Velour or something?
Yeah, something.
Suede?
I was going to say, that really works in his favor. If he doesn't want it to get out, you know what I mean?
No one's going to spread anything thinking he's a fraud.
Although, did he say why he didn't want it to get out, other than maybe it's not ready yet, or something? Because,
Well,
like...
I don't want to read too far into things. Just I don't want to go back to the neurosis thing, because that's...
Like... Oh, he's going to tell us right now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I was just curious, because, like, if you're going to get it out in the world, wouldn't a journalist be the perfect person?
Right. Let's say that this is such an 80s fast food joint. It's
not
yellow and orange.
It's not McDonald's.
No, it's the off-brand.
Burger King.
Yeah, it's closer to Burger King.
Yes, correct, Burger
Yeah.
King.
That's exactly how the burger looks. That's not the one in the ads. That's the way it's supposed to look. All smashed up and greasy and...
You know, at Burger King, you have it your way.
What was that, their 80s slogan? Yeah.
I think it's all still their slogan.
Always been, okay.
So, this is ironic. Not ironic. It's interesting, time capsule
Yeah.
that back then, the ultimate or the goal was the long form, right? Yeah, he wants her to write a book.
Oh, yeah. He wants the full dissertation.
Right. Now, in today's day and age, it would have been on X from a camera phone video immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there would be this let me go to the...
Instagram, TikTok.
Let me go to the editor and tell him I've got a tape.
YouTube short.
Right. Like, it's instant. We live in the world of instant gratification.
But then the thing people just think, oh, you just futz this around in some fucking app somewhere.
Right.
Ain't real.
Right. Yeah, because literally anything that you
Must be on
post...
60 Minutes for them to be taken
Sure,
seriously now.
sure.
But then watch it 60 Minutes. Not as many people as watching your YouTube shit.
No.
You're fucking...
No, unless Jeffrey Wygant's one of the subjects,
Yeah.
and then we're watching.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Mike Wallace and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still bitter about that one, too. I mean, American Beauty is fine. I like it.
Just not magnum opus.
Right. This is her editor.
Yeah, that's the guy, her boss, yeah.
Remember when that was a thing? I feel like that's not a thing
I don't
anymore.
remember that even being a thing.
Oh, I do.
The flush it.
I do, because
the water temperature crisscrossing the wire.
Right. Yeah, because the flush uses cold water, and so therefore
Right.
there's no cold water, less cold water in the shower, and you get scalded to death.
I thought I used that. Thought it was the other way. That you'd flush it and all the cold just comes through everything.
No. The
Okay.
idea is that all the cold is going to the toilet, so only hot is left in the shower,
Okay.
and you're burned.
Old plumbing that we don't have to deal with much anymore.
Lead pipes and such.
Yeah.
What's she smoking? Marlboros, it looks like. Why is she still allowing him to be in the house?
Right. This is it's a peculiar relationship as you go through the film. It goes in these weird directions. Feels like they kind of wanted to write maybe two different characters, but just threw it all in one.
Oh, I see. Like she had the boyfriend and the boss, and they were
Maybe
like...
something, yeah. Because this guy, I mean, the more you look at this guy, he comes right out of like the Hart Bochner, William Atherton
Yep.
school of 80s dickhead.
I actually was going to say, is that Hart Bochner when we first went into the office? But
He's got that total smarmy vibe. It really, I mean...
it's the full beard, the short
Yeah.
full beard.
Yeah.
He's got a little John Ritter in him too, though.
It's
it's
Ritter from
confusing.
It.
It's confusing because Ritter is likable in everything
Oh,
he
yeah,
does,
yeah.
and that look is synonymous with the Hart Bochners of the world.
Yes.
80s villain.
Yeah.
So he said he can only do inanimate objects. Yes.
Yes. Nothing organic. It's good graphics. Are very, very evocative of Alien.
Yeah, and how do you get a monkey?
It's a baboon.
Yeah, considering the computers weren't really,
Yeah.
very
clean graphics. They didn't shoot against monitor. They designed them. Felt like some sort of animation cell.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's not good.
No, definitely not good. I don't know why you would test it on an expensive baboon.
Sure. You have a lab rat, maybe.
Oh, look at that. Look
you
at
can't
that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's some, like, Rob Bottin
Oh,
style.
yeah. It's up there. It's up there.
Do we know who did these? Does it say?
Chris Wallace.
Okay.
Who also designed...
No relation to Mike Wallace.
No. It's a different spelling. But he's the guy who did all the work on Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
And he did Arachnophobia, so it is up in our archives. I've plenty of his work already.
And interestingly, this
And
one...
he also did Piranha, so we'll be hitting that eventually.
Oh.
So he's populating around the playlist.
I feel like this is a lot more involved than like Gremlins.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And,
yeah. That's more animatronic stuff, for the most
Right.
part. This is next level game.
Right. Like this is, I mean, are we at peak, like, practical?
Oh, yeah. I'd say so.
This era?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the era of Aliens and Predator, and again the Blob shortly after this, and Stan Winston's on top of his game right now too. He's getting up on it.
Nicotero just gets starting out.
Oh yeah. It's all getting hot.
Savini also still going to town,
Yeah.
but Savini and Nicotero weren't really big on like these kind of
And like creature effects.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
as
yeah.
much yet.
But like, you know, Bottin's stuff in The Thing
Oh, yeah.
is like maybe the greatest ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, that looked pretty damn good.
That looks exceptional.
That obliterated baboon.
Yeah. I like this bit.
How do you know which are the clean ones? He seems very defeated here, and
Yeah.
she's... Like, this is presented in a way as if they were...
Like almost a married couple.
Right. They're not... Look at the way she's being
Oh, yeah.
sultry.
Yeah. I mean, they got great chemistry, I'll say that. But maybe maybe a slight detriment to the pace of the film. That doesn't quite feel quite as organic
No pun intended.
when you just analyze it. But the fact that they got the good chemistry kind of pulls you along to kind of just be wrapped up in the moment.
Why is she still wearing shoes? I just think it's interesting, like, they were strangers, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden she knows the biggest secret,
Yeah.
and now they're spooning.
They're just regular bed buddies.
He does have, like, an olive complexion.
Yeah.
Do we know what his
I was going to say, I'm curious if there's a
what his lineage is?
particular something. Jewish parents.
How did he not feel that?
Yeah, it's peculiar. Yeah, Jewish parents from Pennsylvania. Famous from the Russian and Austro-Hungarian empires with roots in Belarus and Ukraine, so mixed density of a genetic pool there.
Eastern European.
Yeah, Jewish and all that.
Yeah.
So, little melting pot.
He is a cornucopia of
Yeah.
various flavors.
And speaking of Jewish, Mel Brooks was a producer on the film. It's from Brooks Films. But
Is that real, or is that just
That's
a...
truth. It's truth.
I mean-
Because Screen Factory put together a box set of all the Fly films, and they
Yes.
did a brand new interview with Mel Brooks about the entire production.
And he was
But
actually...
he's not credited in the film because he felt like if he puts his name on it, people are going to think it's a comedy.
Right. Okay.
So he wanted to produce it. He was very much involved with it, but he kind of want to make sure that the optics were the right way. Because people will think, "Oh, walking this, this young Frankenstein."
Sure. I really like this graphic.
Oh yeah, it's really, really solid stuff. I like this idea too.
So, is the idea that the stake went through the...
He put it through the teleporter to see what would happen with organic material.
Well,
without risking another life of sorts. And he's trying to figure out the science behind why it's not working.
So, well, I get what he's doing,
Yeah.
but my problem with it is... I thought the idea was that you can't send organic matter. Like, just because it's a stake doesn't mean that it's not... Like, is he saying... Like, what he really meant was he can't send a live...
Living being.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's going through a scientific process. I like the subtitles on this one. They put this little ums and ahs in it, too. They're doing a good job.
Yeah. And I also really like that if you're watching with subtitles with us, that if it's off screen,
it's italicized.
It's italicized, and
Yeah.
if it's on screen, it's not. That's
Yeah.
really...
Yeah, whoever did these subtitles did an ace job on it. They really put the effort in.
Which, as you know, we've covered 100 films
pretty sloppy looking ones
where we've complained that, like, why wouldn't you just have it, like, why even cut corners on it?
Right, I don't know.
I remember a video, because I watch all of the Sean Clark stuff with the
Sure.
horrors hallowed grounds.
Yeah.
And he has a buddy who has a similar type show.
Okay.
And they crossed paths on one of their videos.
Sure.
And kind of did it together. And they ended up here at this, like, warehouse.
Location, yeah.
And it may have actually been the one for Halloween H2O.
Okay. Intriguing.
I don't remember. Anyway.
This was, like I said, this is Toronto, so
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, anyway, they crossed paths somewhere, and it ended up being like bonus coverage, and you got to see a little bit of the fly.
Oh,
Oh,
that's really makes you hate this motherfucker.
well, as somebody who works for a publicly traded company,
Sure. This
Like,
is fireable offensive and everything.
right, like,
This
I
is
don't...
completely inappropriate. That's got to be that's just a horrible situation that you used to go out with your boss and now you're not going out and they're just like, this guy's just such a dick all the time.
Yep.
Why? Why are you
Well,
staying in this situation?
It's also illegal, at least
Right.
in Illinois it is.
Sure.
For retaliation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a hell of a thing with the lights and the
Oh
smoke.
yeah, the whole
and
design. Just something about the design of the pot. It just has I don't
It's
know.
ominous.
It feels almost Giger-esque. It's not like completely like, but all the ripping everything feels kind of evocative of his style.
What are they drinking? I think he said champagne, but I'm curious.
Sort of vintage to deal
Right,
with.
right. Well, what do you got going on other than his cock? Well, there you go, old married couple. Maybe the monkey. The way that they were spooning earlier, I feel like this conversation would have happened prior.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe I spoke too soon. Because I think there's a lot of people that jump the shark, so to speak, and have the spooning time and all that before they decide that they're actually in a relationship.
Oh. Another dick move from this asshole.
So, it's a write-up of, or a mock-up.
After he said, "Oh, I think it's a bunch of bullshit,"
Right.
I think it's just him trying to do something that she doesn't want done. Just twisting a knife here and there.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
They made a big deal about how he has all these same sets of clothes,
Yeah.
and then
Starts looking a little different
all
now.
the scenes he's looked. I mean, I guess now that it works.
Yeah. Maybe he can relax the mind a
Right,
little bit.
right. Yeah, this is a dick move.
Yeah.
How does he know? Like, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have the story.
Yeah, he can't write it himself. He only has a fragment of information. He's never seen it actually happen. He hasn't interviewed the man.
Isn't it interesting that we are a third of the way through this movie, and
The fly thing hasn't come through yet.
well, sure, yeah, yes,
That's probably your pivot point.
we are, the midpoint, but like the premise of this movie
Yeah.
is like. I don't want to say mad scientist, but experimental scientist.
Yeah. Science gone wrong.
Right. Woo's young journalist, and she writes the story of the breakthrough. Like,
Right.
we have a completely
That could be the story.
right. We have a completely
yeah.
different story happening.
Dealing with the interpersonal relationship stuff here.
Was he got a blunt there? What?
Yeah, he's smoking some thin ass cigar.
Oh yeah, cigarello or one of those.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell.
It's not a Schwarzenegger cigar, man. It's a big chopper. It's a nibbler. Gone right before he had a drink of his coffee. Huh.
Oh
Neat
yeah,
spring all over
almost.
the TV.
Yeah, almost got me. Stathis borans. A terrible name. I don't know where he keeps getting monkeys from. Like, this isn't
Wild Kingdom.
right. Like, is there like a rent a monkey place
Monkey.
down the way?
You can get your deposit back on the first one.
Here's our first vision of a fly.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's going to be the midpoint.
No.
It's the third point. Which is not a thing, by the way. Beta movie.
Yeah.
Was Beta still around in 86? I guess it was.
Yeah. But Betacam was mainly used for, like, TV production stuff.
Oh, okay.
That was used all the way up till HD grabbed a hold.
Interesting that he went in without his clothes.
Yeah. Probably just so you're grabbing as pure of a sample of the material as possible.
Yeah, I guess.
He doesn't get merged with his belt or something. It's a buckle for a mouth or something.
Well, that would be... that'd probably be better than what does happen.
Where's for its grill?
Does he not see the fly?
Yeah, clearly not.
I really think this is a cool premise of a movie.
I mean, the visuals here are excellent.
I
I love Mark Irwin's work. He shot New Nightmare, Scream, Dead Zone. This guy shot phenomenal looking films. They're always, and stuff always looks still modern. Still looks slick. This is really like, in terms of cinematography and lighting, it doesn't really have any tropes of anything that's like 80s in particular. It still feels like this would look like a film you would shoot today. There's a very timeless sensibility about his cinematography.
Nobody wears a trench coat anymore.
I got a pair of leather ones, but I only break them out on rare occasions.
Like, this was an everyday coat
Oh, yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
I get it that he was in a hurry to, like, experiment.
And he was drunk, too. He was slamming it back
Yeah,
pretty
I
hard.
guess so.
And his mind was getting on fire and everything, so it's just ambitions ahead of judgment.
There's this air of panic in his face that is really good.
Yeah. The booze is worn off a little bit. He's getting a little more clarity.
He's doing that thing that I fucking hate right now. So every time that there are two people in a movie that have just had intimate relations,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh. Covering up.
then they cover themselves up. You see this all the time with women.
Yeah.
And, like, it'll be like the next morning or even later in the night. And they, like, cover themselves.
Yeah.
And you're
Especially
like...
when they're grabbing the bed sheets. If you're just grabbing a robe,
Right,
that's one thing. That's more
different.
casual.
Right.
That's more standard. But when you're particularly dragging the sheets around the room,
Right, like...
it's a little awkward.
Like, clearly you just had the most
yeah.
intimate kind of moments.
Physical
Right.
intimacy, yes.
And so why is there the shame of cover-up?
Right.
And, like, clearly it makes sense from a filmmaking standpoint because these actors just don't want to show themselves nude.
Yeah.
But
Right.
from a logic standpoint, it's so off-putting. Like,
Yeah.
and I do believe that women are more modest than men.
Yeah.
And so if she did that, I would actually find it less offensive than the fact that he got up and walked around.
Yeah.
That's weird. His quick reflexes like that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's a... Is that a symptom of flydom?
Oh.
I liked the visual of the hairs
Yeah, on the back.
coming out of the wound.
Yeah.
Let me guess, she's going to do it right now, too. Like, I got to make sure that this person that I just slept with doesn't see me naked. No, okay. That's better.
Yeah.
She's put her clothes on. That's acceptable.
Yes.
These friggin' animal cages. I don't know where to... I'm so confused about the monkeys. I really like how she is off in the corner as like a casual observer.
Uh-huh.
You know, she's almost treating him like he's sleepwalking or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
I have to cautiously like figure out what's happening. Despite the fact that this is a movie, he's in excellent physical conditioning
He's
here.
incredible in shape. I'm guessing they're like the close-ups are. I mean, clearly they're him. But I think some of the wide shots when they're doing the real acrobatic stuff.
Like that?
Yeah, I'm guessing they probably got a
Stunt double?
like a body double. Like, can't tell what the damn they got the hair right. The body looks the same. That ain't easy sometimes.
Right. Because that looks like him.
Yeah.
I like the
It
walk,
just
the
shot
foot.
from just far enough, and it's all the right elements to make sure that it's like you can make out the shape of his face, but
Not the details.
yeah.
I think that gentleman was a little shorter.
Maybe a tad, yeah.
I don't know what I would do in this situation if I were her. And I don't know, like, I guess I would have a million questions.
Oh
Like,
yeah, she's fairly astounded by it.
well, also, she is not aware of the fly.
Yeah. Neither is he either.
But wouldn't he be verbalizing, like, I feel weird, I feel this, I feel that, whatever? Like, having these two just kind of behave as normal seems a little abnormal.
Yeah. There we go.
So,
And also, he's now wearing the coat that she bought. The leather jacket.
oh yeah. This is one of those things where that drives me nuts in movies too, where like let's say two people leave a situation and then they get in the car and drive away, and then when they get to their destination, then they're just now talking about what happened.
10-minute break.
Right. So, like, this is the first time that we're having this conversation about how he's feeling and why, even though they've been...
Sure.
Like, I get it. He's more neurotic than he was before.
Oh, yeah.
Great subtitles, too, like you were saying.
Yeah,
They
really hot on it.
I mean, quotes and...
Yeah. This is professional work here.
Right.
Which is some fucking amateur shit on this in our time.
Ooh, here's some professional work.
They put a little sweat on it.
What happens if
he looks like ass.
What happens if you get impregnated by a man-fly combo? Would she have a man-fly baby?
You'd have to watch The Fly, too, to figure that one out.
Oh,
Eric
shit.
Stoltz.
I've never seen that one.
Didn't watch it, but I've seen some breakdowns of it.
Is that really the premise?
Yeah. She actually gives birth.
Oh, no.
Where...
Oh, I love that little whisker.
There was also an alter ending they shot to this one where she also did, and something bizarre happened as well. And then there's also a nightmare sequence at a certain point in this one, too. There's, like, no version that ends well. I would have been concerned looking. I was like, you're having an acne outbreak right now? I was like, what? You're saying there's a lot of weird things happening with your physiology right now. Let's take a moment here before we intercourse.
Right, like they were clearly, like, actively fucking.
Yeah, and then we see he's got a breakout or something, and he's acting all supercharged now. I don't know, I would be a little... let's get you in for a couple of tests before... Put your stuff inside my stuff. Nice macro lens they probably put on that one. Jeez, that knife, that scissors look huge. Now he's getting scary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about this.
Wow. Yeah, just look in a mirror, you prick. I keep thinking about the cuts of the hairs with the scissors. Like, she didn't try to pull out.
Yeah.
Because, every once in a while, you get like a whisker or something, you can pluck a whisker.
A wild hair somewhere.
Yeah. You can pluck it. And that is not at all what she... Where does that elevator go? She did not try to pluck the hair.
Yeah.
She didn't even try to cut it close to the skin. She cut it in half. Which, you know what? That whatever. I don't care. But
also, she's trying to get a sample of it is also a thing.
Even at that point?
Yeah, weird.
Oh, I didn't think so. But I could be wrong.
Eventually she does.
Okay.
Get it tested. But again, to get this brilliant score from Howard Shore, which...
Not for Titanic. God damn, I'm an idiot.
It was available digitally one time, but it's not anymore. I feel like that's like the Fox thing getting absorbed by Disney, and some stuff disappeared.
Oh, really? Like they changed it, and then they had to put it back?
Well, no, I'm just saying, in terms of purchasing the score as an album.
Oh, I see.
It was once available on digital services, but it's not there anymore.
I got it.
So
I thought you meant
it's a rare item to find now.
I thought you meant that they removed it from the movie,
no.
and then.
Oh hell no! You wouldn't remove this score for any money. I was watching this. Is like, goddamn, this score is brilliant. It's got that big operatic feel to it, like it just.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this dude straight out over the top here. It's looking worse every scene.
What? Look at his overalls. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. A bunkhouse buck.
Yeah. Oh my God. Bunkhouse buck. Good God.
There we go.
Over the Top, available now in the archives.
Yes.
If anyone would like to go listen, meet me halfway.
Winner takes it all, loser takes the fall.
You got it. I got that soundtrack in my car right now. And if you go back and listen to it, you'll hear me say how I want to get it. And then I went out and got it.
We both got it right
We went out and got it. Yeah.
It's like, no, wait. Right away.
I listened to that on my drive home.
Oh, boy.
That's one strong fly.
And again.
The makeup on him is pretty spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bunkhouse fucked.
Mother. Oh. Jeez, oh Christ.
I think it is fairly common for...
yeah, and even look at that.
It's a good compound fracture.
Yeah, I'm just like the entire arm.
Yeah.
It's a really good piece of work.
I think it's pretty common for professional arm wrestlers to
get
sometimes
a
get
little sprain
yeah.
or crack, fracture. That dude looks like he's a serial killer.
I was going to say, he looks
right.
like somebody.
He just looks like he hasn't blinked the whole shot.
I don't know. I can't place it, but he looked like somebody.
Oh, yeah. He's probably been a background extra on a good 100 Toronto films.
Oh, can we call this co-op cabs?
Oh.
36481. I don't know the area code.
Right. Gotta get the Toronto
Shit.
area. Gotta figure out what's in Toronto, what the Toronto area codes are. It's a big city. Sure, they got a few of them.
I was going to call it right now. God, this is my new gimmick. I'm going to...
She looks about right for an 80s hooker. She doesn't look too
She
glamorous.
is not a hooker, according to her.
She looks like one. Like, why are you going off with this guy you don't know? Sure as hell looks like a working girl. Streetwalker.
Strutter.
He doesn't even know a thing or two about her.
No. No. Yeah, she looks like
She
she's been...
ain't much of a prize.
Oh.
She's not much of a prize.
No, she's the $10 variety.
Oh, yeah.
He went through again? Is that real? He went through again?
Yeah. Speaking of such things.
This is a very awkward, very awkward maneuver,
Right.
positioning.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's getting all pussy now. He's angry.
He is very, very smooth ass he's got there. Like he said, very boyish. No hair. Maybe he got his ass waxed for the role.
Ass wax.
It's like the reverse Telly Savalas.
I don't want to know where Tully Savalas has shown his ass before.
Well, no, it's... Never mind.
Or just...
Because of the bald, yeah,
bottom
yeah,
instead of the
right,
top.
right, right.
I thought
Yeah.
he had some hairy ass
No.
shot in a film somewhere.
No.
Tully Savalas. It was Blofeld, what, number 3 or something? Number 2?
Oh, God, I don't...
There was like a good half dozen of them at least.
Yeah,
before they got up
he
to
might
Modern
have been the
Times.
first one actually.
I thought it was Donald Pleasance.
I think Pleasance was the
Tully
second one.
Savalas was the George Lazenby Blofeld.
Oh, well then
Sean
that
Connery had one.
did he though? I don't remember.
Know. It's so confusing.
Yeah, I don't remember
There's
the
no
time.
continuity.
Well, that's what actually makes them so great.
Yeah, you can just
Is
jump
that-
around.
right.
Don't give a shit. Who cares?
With the exception of the Daniel Craigs,
Right.
which are a self-contained.
Yeah, narrative.
Yeah. What a weird overcoat she's got. Like, she's wearing all these weird
Yeah.
coats.
Well, it's the 80s. All the it's before the shoulder pads came into fashion, I think.
It was right around
She
this.
could use
Yeah.
some shoulder pads that kind of
Yeah. Yeah, she needs a
even
little,
out the flow of that
little
thing.
Delta Burke action there.
Delta Burke, all right. Wait a minute. Any pots? Yeah, he looks like looks like you should stop with the freaking candy bars.
Yes. I mean, I admit, I like a candy bar, but
How?
look, I mean, even like,
Even
look at like his chest area.
I was going to say, I don't know if that was just a shadow or the light.
No,
But it
it's
looked
like-
a little.
He's
little,
splotchy.
Yeah, it's breaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
A little something here and there. It's like, damn. Do I have to even say? We haven't gotten to the money stuff yet, and this won the Oscar for best makeup. They're just getting warmed up.
Very timely. We just had the Academy
Yes.
Awards. My favorite day of the year. Despite the fact that I can't remember who won for what movie. I am curious, though, now that you say
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, if I know he won the third one, because Return of the King...
I won everything for the third one.
Right, Return of the King swept, like, I think it was 11, 13.
Well,
But I'm curious if he won in 02 or 01.
digging it up right now.
I'm trying to think
Hold on.
what would have happened. Who would have been the winners there?
The only one for Fellowship and Return. Also, best original song for Return of the King, but
He did
Would
not
you-
win for Towers.
apparently not.
Look at the little
Not even
hairs.
a nomination listed. Peculiar. That'd been-
Jesus. I wonder how many
Tougher.
tries that took to bust the...
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Oh,
I mean, even more so than the.
Oh, shit.
I mean, even more so than when we really get the full body stuff going for it.
This is really the
The little
impressive
stuff.
This is the impressive stuff here.
Yeah, this is the little bitty stuff. The minute attention to detail stuff.
Oh,
And these
God.
little prosthetic pieces here and there.
I mean, he's got a fucking E.T. finger there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a movie I don't care for.
Yeah.
I mean, his fingers are long and gross anyway. Oh, look at it all drain. Oh, God.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, look at all ripping it. Oh, no. Oh, he pulled the nail right out. Oh, fuck. And just like a man, he's not going to go to a doctor. Can you imagine walking into the hospital at this point and
Falling apart in pieces.
saying like,
I ran myself. Like, no one's even got a basis to even start diagnosing you for anything, for Christ's sake.
right, I teleported myself and
I don't exactly know what exactly happened here. I scrambled my molecules.
And he's just now looking at this?
Yeah, that's peculiar. Just to say, the one year that Two Towers wasn't nominated is an interesting spectrum.
That was 2002?
Yeah.
So that was Chicago, I think, that won Best Picture?
It might have been, but I'm just looking at the original score.
I was trying to think.
I'm talking about Howard Shore's work.
I know, and I was looking at it as if it wasn't them, who else was in the running?
Well, he had Elliot Goldenthal for Frida, which won. John Williams for Catch Me If You Can. Elmer Bernstein for Far From Heaven.
I love Far From Heaven.
Philip Glass for The Hours, and Thomas Newman for Road to Perdition. That all usurped Shore's work on Two Towers.
Wow, The Hours is so good too. And Catch Me If You Can. And Road to Perdition. They're all good. I didn't care for Frida.
Yeah, it was Chicago's year.
Chicago did win that. All right, see? All right. I've redeemed myself.
Topical. That's the year Adrian Brody won his first Oscar.
Yes, and Adrian...
He probably had a much shorter acceptance speech than this past weekend.
Yes, he did.
As it's topical recently.
Yeah, congratulations to Adrian Brody.
You always find a way for things to flow back around on these things. Discussions. I like the gloves. It's a nice touch. And I liked his body language so much. It works so much with the eyes.
I like that he's talking to the computer.
Right.
Fusion of Brundle and Fly.
That's the eyes.
Brundle and Fly is a great name for a...
Brundlefly.
Brundle and Fly would be a great name for like a band or a podcast or a...
Oh, yeah. little punk indie alt 90s band.
Your trivia name at your team name for trivia night, in like 80s trivia. I'm going to write this down. Brundle and Fly. It's...
I'll steal for the Bowling League.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
The satin jackets or something.
Yeah, Brundle and Fly. Yeah. So here we had some exposition that says, 4 weeks have gone by. Notice he buried the lead.
See, if it was today, you'd kind of send her a couple, like a FaceTime, a couple photos.
Right.
Yeah, you just got to kind of walk in blindly to the horror that's waiting you.
Well, she doesn't know it's a horror.
She don't know nothing right now, but...
She's about to have her shit...
She's certainly apprehensive about whatever the hell's happened. But she got no clue she's walking into this. And that score coming in. Fabulous, fabulous stuff.
So, this is somewhere between 4 and 5 weeks of transformation.
Yeah.
Fusion.
Yes.
Brundle and Fly.
Yes.
Clearly my memory is not good, but look at that shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like it goes... The pace picks up here.
Oh, yeah. The deterioration is quick from this point forward.
Right, like it's not the same...
Yeah. It's not the same tone of movie to a certain degree.
Right.
It's really taken a detour. Not in any type of bad way.
It's different.
Yeah. It's a natural progression of the horrors the story was kind of leaning into at first, but now it's fully realizing itself.
This is unbelievable makeup.
Yeah. Speaking of such things, I'd like to know, just out of curiosity, who the contenders were against that.
Oh, okay. In 86, and it was not makeup and hairstyling at the time. It was just makeup. And it won makeup, right? Not visual effects?
Hold on. So makeup went against Clan of the Cave Bear and
which I don't know.
Rob Bottin's work on Legend for Ridley Scott.
Okay.
But visual effects won by Aliens, up against Little Shop of Horrors and Poltergeist 2.
I think both of those were the correct winner.
Yeah.
For makeup and visual. Oh, a little bag of donuts. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right when I took a drink.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, his ear fell off.
Yeah.
Fucking Mick Foley. He kind of looks like... Do you remember King Curtis Iakea?
I've not seen his son a couple of times at WCW, but not the...
It was the old man. He was a giant, like, Hawaiian guy. Old guy. Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom. A little bow here and there with Sullivan.
Yeah. And he had that real fucked up face.
Yeah.
It's not contagious. You idiot. You wrote the story. That does not feel like Toronto.
Yeah, they're...
Are we sure it was only the exteriors were Toronto and they didn't...
That's... God knows, this looks more like New England, yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Really?
Can we go to HR or something with this guy? I mean,
This guy, yeah. Come on.
does anybody else work in this building?
I haven't seen anyone else work for frickin' Particle Magazine except these two.
A whole magazine run by that guy
Yeah.
in this
Even
office
his license
building.
plate says Particle, so I'm guessing he's
Maybe he's
probably
the
owner.
The
of
owner?
paper, I don't know.
But he's rented an entire office building.
Right. So why don't you find a job with some other magazine? Get rid of this guy.
Idiot.
Yeah, it's like, I wouldn't want to be around this dude
And clearly it's been
who stalks you, is
months.
creeping on you,
Yes.
trying to usurp your freaking stories, and now just a slimy dickhead.
He's a figurative slimy dickhead, and Goldblum is a literal slimy dickhead who is dancing on the ceiling.
Dancing on the ceiling, Lionel Richie.
Oh, fucking national treasure, Lionel Richie.
It's a really good rotating room bit.
Was Jim Doyle a consultant on this movie? He is
I was going to make some kind of reference.
the resident expert on...
So we got 20th Century Fox. We're not bargain basement New Line Cinema money. We can do this right without sparks and hoses and shit flying around.
Right. It worked fine the first time. It was when they filled it up with liquid. Now the second one that
Right.
they fucked.
Oh, my Lord.
Look at that.
Jeez.
Now he doesn't look like King Curtis anymore.
Oh, no.
Look at the teeth.
Oh, yeah, just, my Lord. It's not a bad transfer for Blu-ray. It's at least a 20-year-old transfer from the DVD and everything, but it's still a pretty serviceable Blu-ray transfer. I mean, 4K could make this makeup look just next level, beyond the level it's already at.
Brundlefly.
Yeah. Just look at Goldblum. Just his acting. The physicality. The way he's working the eyes. Everything he's doing. He's transformed his own body language into something completely unreal.
Is this his peak Has he ever been better than this as an actor? Look at the arms are a little rubbery.
Nowhere near as immersive.
No.
This is just...
Look at the arms are a little rubbery, right? Like, he's...
A little... And it's this weird... Again, the character was already a tad on the weird side to begin with. And instead of being horrified by what's happening to him, he's fascinated by it. That makes it almost scarier. The fact that he's willing to go through and see what's changing in him, it's almost exciting him to a certain degree, because this is another scientific discovery.
Right.
Which makes it all the more maddening, because there's almost an enthusiasm by it, which just makes it more terrifying being in his presence.
And she's still with him?
I mean, this is kind of the point where I feel like it's such a weird dichotomy with this character. He's feeling... where it feels like he's playing too many roles. Because we were just talking 2 minutes ago how much of a fuckhead this guy is.
Right.
Now he's turning into sympathetic guy because he's seen how bad this Brundle thing has gotten. And now it feels like a bit of a leap.
And I actually, when I made those jokes earlier, I had forgotten that this was that actual plot point, that she was pregnant.
And it's an interesting little thing, because they had sex before he went into the pod, then afterwards, so you're not 100% certain exactly which way it flows. Which one she got impregnated with. But the horror of it's almost too much to even gamble on.
And now there's the CN Tower in the background there. So that was Toronto.
Okay.
But had she not also had sex with him?
Not in the film.
I guess
that we've
not.
actually been shown.
I guess not.
I'm sure sometime before.
Look at this fucker in the back pushing the wheelchair with his little mustache. His little...
Grill Monsoon glasses.
Elijah Wood wannabe.
Yeah, it's definitely Elijah Wood. I'm going to say Grill Monsoon glasses.
Yeah.
3 times the size they need to be.
Would you stop? They weren't rose-colored, though, so...
They're still a little tinted, though. I think that's Cronenberg.
Oh, really? Doing the abortion?
Actually, this is... I like the fake out they're having here, because you think that that's what they're going for, because that's what they set up. But it ends up being a nightmare sequence.
Oh, okay.
Of her giving birth.
Pushing it out doesn't mean you put your hand on her stomach. Right. Like you're popping a pimple.
I play a doctor on TV, not in reality. Dr. Cronenberg. Dr. Cronenberg just sounds like a horror film in itself.
Yeah, it does.
So.
It does. Oh, a little larva there.
Yeah.
Oh,
My goodness. I'm going to say, Geena Davis is awesome in this film, too.
There was some movie that we covered where they named a character or a place or something Cronenberg after him as an homage, and I can't think of it.
Was it Night of the Creeps?
Could have been.
Because Fred Dekker was naming stuff after, like, Raimi and everyone else on the beat.
And that came out at the same time.
A week after this.
Right, so...
It was naming, like, Raimi and Carpenter and everyone else on the sun. Little fused fingers now. Little Danny DeVito penguin action.
Well...
Little French flipper trick.
Look at it. Now he actually looks like...
Now we're going cancerous tumor.
Right. He looks like Legion all of a sudden, which won for visual effects. Or didn't win, but it was nominated.
Legend,
not Legion. Legion's something else.
Legend's the one with Tim Curry as the devil. I like that.
Why is it saying so many times?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tooth.
Oh,
More
there goes
teeth.
a lot of teeth.
Like, you don't need no teeth. Or he said he can't.
Is that a
digest,
teardrop?
Food.
Is that what that was? Is he sweating or? Yeah, I guess he's sweating.
He's bleeding. Pus.
Little Captain Crunch, one of my faves. Now he's not wearing any underwear there.
No.
Were you walking around with a bed sheet?
Just weird all over. Oh, Michael Myers and Halloween.
They
just put the glasses on over top.
There you go.
This is again the extension of the scientist. His weird fascination.
Why have his eyes not changed? Like, he's got human eyes.
He got all black though, so that's at least one thing.
His dick fall off? Is that one of the things in the cupboard?
Maybe. Again, the body language, everything.
Flies don't have dicks, right?
I don't think so. They're not mammals.
I've never seen a fly's dick.
The one thing you're going to zoom in on the microscope, right?
There's a sentence I didn't think I was going to say when I woke up this morning.
I don't think so.
The twitching.
Oh yeah, the whole package. It just.
It's exceptional.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, again, Oscars and everything. I think they went too weirded out to nominate Goldblum in that regard.
Yeah,
put this clip up on fucking ABC or some shit.
Well, you could have just shown like from the first 20 minutes
or
of the
something, but still.
Or the scene in the cafe where he's neurotic, or hyped up.
I'm just saying. I think that'd be too weirded out to go. They're not we weren't comfortable with it.
So, interestingly,
totally
now,
deserving.
They would now, because Demi Moore was nominated for The Substance.
Yeah, thoroughly.
And this is identical.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
one for one.
I mean, that could be Demi Moore in The Substance right there.
Which also won for makeup and hairstyling.
Yeah. I was very happy. I was a little sad that Demi did not win the Oscar.
There a lot of people were.
Although, the gal that did win, Mikey Madison, was phenomenal and so deserving.
Like I said, Geena, we're not discounting Geena Davis because she is delivering as much as he is.
Well, it's different.
Yeah, it's different, but in terms of like a dramatic level, it's still a great performance.
He's smiling.
And now the dream is over. Oh, the insect is now. It's just between how it's written and how he performs, it's like that's magic right there. And it makes it even more scary. Again, the enthusiasm behind what he's trying to do makes him scary. Even though he's trying to find a solution out of it, that scientific neurosis is just so on fire right now. It's scary. And,
I'll hurt you if you stay is...
I'll hurt you if... Oh, yeah. I mean, behind the spectacle, Cronenberg shows so much. He knows how to direct actors, knows how to create drama. We talk so much about with the Dead Zone. It was such a departure from this type of body horror stuff he was known for at the time, and he just showed he's just a great director across the board.
How about you go up and tell him?
We'll chit-chat.
He has way too many minutes on screen in this movie.
I mean, I can get creating a complexity for his character. It almost feels like he's too wide of a range of spectrum of what you're doing with his character. It feels like you could have had this, like, maybe her best friend, maybe a sister, maybe a brother. You're trying to pack so much into, like, we only got like 3 real characters in the whole film, and this guy's kind of carrying a baggage of like 2 or 3 characters.
You nailed it when you said that they combined.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like that. They're folding way too much into his characterization. It doesn't all feel like it complements one another. It doesn't feel like it comes from the same place. It's all a good performance from him, but it just feels like it's too stark of a contrast to where he was to where he is now.
Yeah, I really would have liked a sister or a best friend in this.
Confidant of sorts, yeah. Feels like it's almost contained almost like a stage play to a certain degree. Contain a couple characters, few sets, stuff like that.
Right. Like he also plays the woman and he wears a woman.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah. Runs off stage, shaves the beard, then he pastes the beard back on.
Right. Like Jimmy Hart in the 80s when he had to do the hair versus hair match every night in every new town.
Oh, Lord.
You had to go out in a wig and then they'd shave the wig,
man.
you know. And
who was he losing to?
I don't know, it was pre-WWF days.
Oh, Memphis time.
Yeah, Memphis, yeah.
Oh.
What, did he drive there? Or did he fly?
He is a fly. You know, it doesn't have wings.
Yeah, but look at that ass. He's
lumpy ass.
He's a lumpy ass brundlefly. What? I mean, I can't imagine that guy just walking down the street and everybody going, "Oh, hey, you all right, sir?"
One hell of a bad allergic reaction you happened there.
Yeah, those shrimp will get you every time. And what an interesting plot point from his perspective, right? Like, you're telling me that, like, I'm dead. And there's the possibility for little me to continue.
Yeah. And still dramatic acting underneath all that stuff. That's why it's so good.
I do think he peaked right here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
Clearly not his...
and apparently...
His most famous is probably Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But even decades after this, he was still saying, I'd love to work with Cronenberg again. Because there were ups and downs about talk about like another sequel or something else like that, and there were a couple different projects that cropped up and they didn't happen, and Cronenberg had a real kind of ambitious or like more like a spiritual sequel, kind of like thematic sequel instead of like a direct sequel type of thing.
Okay.
But Goldblum was still saying like, I would love to come back and do whatever with him because he just had such a great time with him. I mean, sometimes people do these things and like, God, I hate the makeup. God, I just hate doing it.
Right.
They don't want to come back. Don't want to do that stuff. It was a pain in the ass, but man, Goldblum just seems like a guy who's raring to go. But like you look at Jim Carrey on The Grinch, like he had like freaking panic attacks and that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, he had a horrible time with it.
As we record this, Cronenberg is turning 82.
Yeah.
And I just pulled up his filmography.
He's still doing stuff.
And yeah, he's got
acting, directing, everything.
He's got credits like last year, yeah.
Still tapping into the body horror stuff. He did that, Crimes of the Future with Viggo Mortensen, and people are still giving him praises, man.
I never saw Videodrome.
I did. It's not really my flavor, but I can respect what it was doing.
I was reading the wiki. Did he bring this gun, or is this Brundle's gun?
I didn't catch as much of that, one way or another. I'm guessing he brought it with him. It would make sense that he would bring his own weapon with instead
that
of
does
just
make
gambling
sense.
on.
Oh,
Well, all of this was just, oh my god! I was watching this like, holy
right.
Jesus
That's
Christ!
to dissolve his arm so he can eat it. Yes.
Oh,
and he's smiling.
oh my goodness!
Look at that. He dissolved his arm.
He comes back in the sequel.
Get out of here. I'm gonna have to go rent it. He's got no dick. It's got to be in the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have no right foot.
Oh God.
It's like, oh my god.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
The bubbling.
Oh man. This makes you. There's no way people weren't squirming like crazy in the theater.
You're
man.
squirming right now.
I can't tell you. I was like watching this the other day.
Oh,
like,
is he gonna go again on his
I
face?
had to turn my eyes away sometimes.
Oh, don't. You can't.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's nightmare fuel. Oh my lord, it's so spectacular. Then, oh yeah, this is just the whole package here, man. Is off the charts.
I mean, the outfit's a little rubbery, but
a little bit.
I'm okay with it.
For the 80s, it's pretty hot.
It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, with the hairs and the...
Oh, yeah. The details.
It doesn't feel
I'm
as...
sure if you did some direct-to-video stuff this time, you'd find some stuff that looks fucking disastrous.
Oh, sure.
I'm just floored by Goldblum, man. Just like, my lord.
So he wants to make a fusion.
Because the computer told him the only way to... He's trying to find a way to lessen the fly DNA in himself, and that's the only way to do that is to fuse himself with another pure human source. Just to further dilute it.
Right. Well,
Bigger dose of this to dilute the fly genetic code.
Right, but what's to say that it wouldn't be her that absorbs him and not the other way around?
One way or another.
And then they'd be quarter fly.
Either way, I mean, it's not like he's thinking with the least bit of a rational mind here. He's...
Oh, you ripped off
goodness.
his face. That's his jaw.
Yeah, I know. And it even twitches. Oh my god.
Oh, here it goes. He's falling apart.
Yeah. You thought you got it all.
Oh, yeah.
And now it just goes
shit's
way further than you expected.
Falling off the man here.
Oh.
Head. Oh, there go the eyes. There's just some slab of meat.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there's a little...
I mean, yeah, there's no way.
Look at the twitching. And
there's no way anyone's even in the vicinity of breaking this at the Oscars. Not a chance.
And it still managed to throw her in there.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh.
Is he turning the knobs?
No, the automatic.
Oh, an automatic. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
He does kind of look like a shrimp, actually. I knew it was a shellfish allergy. But that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, just out of this world.
Like, even people that are really critical and down and out on, like, creature-type movies.
Creature features.
Yeah, like, they have to give this credit, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Just, this is masterful. I mean, the fact that the film was that... It made $60 million worldwide.
On, what was the budget?
15 million
yeah.
tops. So, I mean... Yeah, if you want to break out an inflation calculator.
Oh,
see how
yeah,
much
yeah.
that cranks up to
60 million?
Yeah. 39 years of inflation.
Right.
It do this in the climax, but... Oh. It's gonna get fried.
Oopsie. All right, what did we say? 60?
60 million.
60 million, okay.
But, box office.
And that would be in 1986. Calculates out to... hold on.
Put it in wrong.
No, I did it wrong. God damn it. I'm telling you, I'm having an off day today. Something's not right. 173.9, so 174.
That'd be a hot box office take, man.
Equivalent of 174 in today's money.
Uh-huh.
And look out. That's incredible.
Oh, my God.
And you know what's really great?
Yeah.
Is, as an audience member, I still believe that that's Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Even though it is 100% not Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's so...
They've successfully transposed empathy from one special effect to the next.
Correct. And she can't do it.
Yeah.
Because...
She still feels the soul of the man. The heart of the man.
The cock of the man.
Well, that... But this. Oh my God, that's just... This is all Cronenberg, man. Just
that is a brilliant move right there.
Yeah.
The twitchy eye.
Oh yeah.
That is pleading with her, basically.
And her her performance here makes you believe every second of it.
Now it's like a hamburger.
Hamburger helper. Oh my Lord.
And now she still wants to be with him?
I don't know about that. Oh. That's the
and then roll credits.
First credit to put on there for certain.
Yeah, isn't that great? Like, it wasn't directed by...
No.
It wasn't...
Here's the guy who wowed the crap out of you with this stuff.
Has there ever been a movie where the visual effects guy got first credit?
Special effects. I don't know. I don't recall.
Like, when I really think about that...
If they do the credits at the beginning, usually you'll end with, like, the cast or some kind of unit production person or some random nonsense.
Well, the very last credit is directed by.
Right.
Or written and directed by.
If they don't do opening credits, usually they'll be...
Directed by as the first at the end. Right, you go in reverse order.
Yeah.
But I don't recall ever, maybe help us out in the comments.
Right.
Has there ever been a movie, other than this one, where the visual effects or makeup or special effects or whatever got first billing
on the end credits?
On the end credits. That's insane.
Yeah. Again, we're hearing the Howard Shore score. I mean, that's just... I don't even have words for it. Somehow, some way, someone needs to get this soundtrack, this score reissued somehow, some way, some like Entrada, La La Land Records, something, anyone. I need to have this out because this is, my God, it's out of this world good.
And like, it's not even
Homer Dennison
on one. That's a good name. And there's not even like a redone vinyl or something.
I don't know. I did a search on iTunes. It didn't come up. I did a general search engine look. Nothing came up except for like Discogs and Wikipedia articles. There's just no listings for anything. I checked YouTube Music. There's no listing.
I wonder if, like, how do we go about, who do we ask? You know, like,
All right.
I wonder if it's this Varese
Cerebon, yeah. They're still in business.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're still. They issue a bunch of like deluxe versions. They did one for the one for Firestarter. The deluxe version for the Crows soundtrack, everything. So some of their stuff stays on physical. Sometimes they get a license to put out like streaming platforms. So,
well, it might be worth an email.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Sorry about my fuck up at the beginning, but whatever.
Anyway, we're good.
And we'll
We're
see
good.
you next time. We're not telling you what it is, though.
Not yet. Have some fun. Let's have some fun with us, guys. Thanks much.
Bye.
Bye.